Good evening. I'd like to call to order the regular scheduled council meeting for Monday, June 20th, 2016 at 7 p.m. Our first order of business is our opening ceremony, which consists of the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for the service members that have given their lives while defending our country. Would everybody please stand? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Ms. Bettis, can you take the roll?
Good evening, Your Honor. Mayor Walker?
Here.
Councilmember Squires? Here. Councilmember Kerwin?
Here.
Councilmember Lynch?
Here.
Councilmember King?
Here.
Councilmember McCarge?
Here.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Here. Okay, we'll move on to item 4 of the agenda, approval of the agenda as presented.
Mayor,
Councilmember Lynch.
I move for the approval of the agenda for Monday, June 20th, 2016 as presented.
Support.
Support from Councilmember Squires. Any discussion from the table? From the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Move on to item 5, community events. I'm going to call up Kevin Hunt.
Thank you, Mayor Walker. I'd like to call Mr. Kerwin, if you could come up to the podium with me. And Jeff and Kim Dole from the Goodfellows. Jeff? Okay. Jeff, Mr. Kerwin and I would like to present this to you along with 49 others for the Goodfellows as they're out doing their street sales, that we become compliant, and this will help save some money for you in the future that doesn't have to be spent to buy the vest, and it can go to the kids.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank Jim Kerwin and Kevin Hunt for this generous donation. This is what the Goodfellas is about. This is the heart and soul of the organization, is these people like this, and this will help assure no child goes without Christmas. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hunt. Thank you, Mr. Kerwin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, next we'll move on to comments from state and county officials. I see we have Mary McClendon here from the county.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, to the clerk, to the city manager, and to all in attendance. It's always a pleasure to be here in the fine city of Garden City. I know you guys miss seeing me, don't you? But I'm here today. All right. But I just want to remind you that Cherry Hill Road should be paved during this construction period. So that's always a good liner to start with, because when you go down the street, you kind of think you got a flat tire, don't you? So I'm looking forward to it along with all of you. So when it gets paved, we're going to all jump for joy, okay? All right, also, I want to remind you of the coffee hours, which is the second Monday of every month, okay? And you're all invited to come. And here in the city of Garden City, it's at the Maplewood City. In Westland, it's at Mr. Mike's. And in Inkster, it's at the Inkster Library. Also, I have with me today a citizen's guide to Wayne County. If any of you need one, I'd be more than happy to give you one. This has all the current officers. You know, it's always somebody leaving and going, so as current as we can get. But we have, it certainly has Commissioner Anderson in it, so you're more than welcome to have one of these booklets. It will help you to navigate through the Wayne County system, because I know it's kind of archaic, and so this will help you out. All the different departments there, the clerk's offices there, the treasurer's offices there, all the various departments are there. Also, I have with me today, if you don't have yours yet, I have the Wayne County Park schedule with me today as well. And of course, the system is going on right now. It's a great park system. It just has so much to do, just so much to do. I think all of you are aware that there's supposed to be a millage for the tax millage for the county parks this summer in August. And so you need to take a look at that. For a home that's $100,000, it'll be approximately $12 a year increase for each resident that has a house with that type of value. So you can go one way or the other based on what your house is worth. But it's worth more than that, $12, for the children to have activities, for the families to get together, back like in the days when we used to have fun with the family and just go and do some simple things. We weren't on the computers, we weren't texting everybody, we were just enjoying everybody. So the park system kind of takes us back to that, where we can enjoy one another once again. So don't forget that millage should be on the ballot in August. Also, I have with me today is the Wayne County Veterans Resource Guide, okay? And this is a guide to help you navigate through the veteran services. We know we have so many fine veterans, and you know, we just are so proud of the work that they've done, the things that they've done. And we want to make sure that they get taken care of. And so the Wayne County Veterans Assistance Office is there for you, but not only just for the veteran, but for their family as well. Many don't know that the caregiver of a veteran, there's benefits for them. And the caregiver is not just someone outside of the family. It could be the spouse of that veteran, and there's money if you're taking care of a veteran. So everybody needs to know that. It's important. And so this department will help you with your resources for veterans. And so I have that brochure with me today. And if there's anything that you have for me to take back to the commissioner, I'll be more than happy to do so. And thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I don't see anybody else here from the county or the state. Item 7, we have no petitions or communications tonight. We'll move on to our public hearing. Item 8, for the 2016-17 General Appropriations and Tax Levy Ordinance, which is basically our operating budget for 2016-17. Anybody wishing to speak on this public hearing?
I see the paperwork, yes. Paperwork,
Did you see some paperwork?
yeah.
Oh, would you like mine?
Huh?
Would you like mine? The paperwork? Here you go.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, we'll close the public hearing. Move on to item 9, the consent agenda.
Mayor,
Councilmember Lynch.
I move for the approval of the consent agenda items 9A, 1, and 2.
Support.
Support from Councilmember Squires. Any discussion from the table? From the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. We'll go down into item B, our study session, B1, street sales solicitation policy.
C.
C. Water main repair sleeve contract award.
C.
Okay. And then the budget, which was our part of our public hearing tonight. C. Okay, we'll move on to the C agenda, C1, street sales solicitation policy.
Mayor?
Councilmember Lynch.
I move to amend the council policy for on-street sales and solicitations by recognized nonprofit service groups as follows in our memo.
Support.
Support for Councilmember King.
And just a real quick comment, we went from just having the streetwear being the yellow vest to the Class 2 ANSI-approved reflective safety vest, so it's very specific.
I think that was the only change in the policy.
That was
the
it.
Class 2 vest. The policy's been in place. We just added the Class 2 vest. Any other comments from the table? From the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye. Motion passes 7-0. Item C2, water main repair sleeve contract award.
Mayor,
Councilmember Kerwin.
I move toward a 3-year contract through June 30th, 2019 for supplying water main repair sleeves to Aetna Supply Company of Grand Rapids, and that will be in an amount not to exceed $15,000 per fiscal year.
Support.
Support from Councilmember King. With this, we also got 5 bids. This went out, and we received 5 bids, and we went with the lowest bidder. This is for sleeves for the various different pipe sizes for when we have water main breaks. So that's what this is for. Any other comments from the table? From the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye, motion passes 7-0. Item C3, 2016-17, General Appropriations and Tax Levy Ordinance for the budget.
Mayor?
Councilmember Squires.
I move to adopt the proposed fiscal year 2016-2017 General Appropriations and Tax Levy Ordinance.
Support.
Support from Councilmember Lynch. Comments from the table? From the general public? Ms. Bettis?
Councilmember Squires?
Aye.
Councilmember Lynch?
Aye.
Councilmember Jacobs?
Aye.
Councilmember McCarge?
Aye.
Councilmember King?
Aye.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Aye.
Mayor Walker?
Aye, motion passes 7-0. Move on to item number 10, public comments for items that were not on the agenda tonight. Anybody wishing to speak, please come to the podium, state your name. There is a 5-minute time limit. Anybody wishing to speak tonight? City Manager's report.
Thank you, Your Honor. I want to start off this evening by drawing everyone's attention to Ford and Middlebelt, the southwest corner, the empty lot that is proposed to be a McDonald's location someday. We have a city manager's task force that meets on a regular basis. It's kind of an informal task force, but we invite various stakeholders in and we discuss things that we can do to help the city. Some ideas are grand and some ideas are small. One of the things that we kicked around at a meeting had to do with how that corner looks to people passing by. I'll mention that the DDA is part of the task force, and Kim Dole took it upon herself to somehow wrangle some very nice greenery that has now been put up around the perimeter of that. And while it doesn't make it look like a beautiful park, it does make it look a lot nicer to passing traffic as opposed to a piece of neglected land, and so we're very pleased with that. I want to mention to everybody that within the next 10 days, you should be seeing a water quality report, the annual water quality report in your mailbox. We're once again proud to announce that Garden City's water meets or exceeds all standards. That report is a lot of work to put together, and kudos to Kevin Roney and his staff. And Rizzo is coming. We will have our new solid waste company. The contract actually starts on July 1st, but they will begin on, they will begin on June 24th as Republic goes through town and does their final pickup. Rizzo will come along behind and be leaving new carts, as theoretically Republic will be picking up their carts. Residents, coming soon to a mailbox, every mailbox in the city, every residential mailbox, will be this neat little flyer from Rizzo, paid for by Rizzo, that explains the whole new program. The primary reason that I bring it up now is, despite the 47 times that we proofread this by 47 different people, and despite the fact that there's a phone number on here that repeats 5 times, maybe 6, one of those phone numbers is wrong. So under the new recycling program, which of course is where an awful lot of people are going first, the phone number that's listed initially is incorrect. The correct number, which I'm hoping will be showing on the screen, is 1-866-772-8900. Some people were calling the incorrect phone number and then calling DPS. And there are a few things that I really hate to face during a workday, and one of them is a very angry Lori Eccles, the only clerical staff over at DPS, a job that used to be done by 2 people. So she's fielded 1 or 2 calls regarding the incorrect phone number that's on there. We're still very excited. As I mentioned, there are going to be a few bumps, a few hiccups. Hey, here's our first one. But we're still very, very excited about this as it rolls out. At the police department, I wanted to let everybody know that Tim Gibbons was promoted today to the position of lieutenant. He will be commanding the road patrol. He is replacing Lieutenant Mike Tackett, who will be retiring as of Friday. And we, of course, all wish Mike well as he moves on to the next page in his book of life. That's all I have tonight, and I thank you very much for the time.
Thank you, sir. Councilmember McCarch?
Just a couple short things. I have gotten a couple calls about the recycling and the garbage, but they're very happy about that. But they've asked me to mention to people that the garbage cans need to be put in the back of the yard. They can't be left in the front after, they come back. And they also said, please, to ask people to be considerate of their neighbor and their garbage can with the garbage, especially in the summer that's smelly, to please put those, back, not next to the neighbor's patio or bedroom window. There is an ordinance that, states that those cans have to go back. So please be considerate of your neighbors as we enter this exciting time with the new garbage pickup. The only other thing I will mention tonight is the Garden City Garden Club is going to be having its 22nd annual garden walk on Saturday, July 16th from 10 a.m. to 3, rain or shine. Tickets will be available shortly, by the end of the week, at Barson's Greenhouse and also at Lucky Dog Daycare. We hope a lot of people will come to the walk and see the wonderful gardens in Garden City. That's all I have tonight.
Thank you. Councilmember King?
I don't have much to say, but I do have a question to ask you about Rizzo. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
When they come collecting, are they only collecting one? Or if you have 2 of the previous ones, will they give you 2? I've heard it both ways.
They will not give you 2 initially. We will roll out 1 can to each household initially. And respectfully ask that because of the recycling program, you evaluate your needs. If you need a second can, you will call the correct 866 number and request a second container. But initially, it's going to be 1 container to every household so we can get those rolled out. And then we'll deal with additional needs.
That should suffice. Thank you so much.
Councilmember Kerwin?
Yes, just for everybody's calendar, on Monday, July 11th, from 5 to 9 is the Autos for Autism. And this year, it will not be held at the high school because they're going to be redoing their parking lot, but it will be over to the, what do you call it, middle school. And that's 5 to 9 on July 11th, that's Monday. And I don't have, I do have a question for the city manager or chief of police, tonight. Would you like to tell us about the new police cars, or where are we at with them?
We're waiting for parts to come in. We couldn't,
The new ones.
the new ones. We couldn't order the parts until council approved that purchase that you did recently. So we've ordered the parts. We expect them in soon. And the turnaround will be 72 hours
Oh, really?
once we get the parts in.
Good. Okay.
This particular vendor is excellent, does
Wow,
great
pretty
work,
fast.
and it was part of our spec that we needed these cars turned around very quickly.
Okay, good. And the only other thing I have is just like normal, just try and buy local, because it does help us all out. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. Councilmember Squires?
Just a couple of things. First, I want to wish good luck to Lieutenant Mike Tackett on his retirement that's coming up this week, that he's let everybody know about. He's a little bit excited, I think. Also, I want to mention the fireworks. They're starting already. I hear people, come up to me, talk about it. We do have an ordinance. You can set off fireworks one day before and one day after a legal holiday, and that's it. And it's not only for the pets, but we have veterans in our community who suffer from the post-traumatic stress disorder, and hearing those doesn't help them at all. So please, be considerate. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Councilmember Lynch?
I'd like to wish Lieutenant Tackett well on his retirement, congratulate new Lieutenant Tim Gibbons, and wish my son, Jason, a happy birthday. And that's all that I have.
Okay, thank you. Councilmember Jacobs?
The only thing I have is, since we won't meet before the 4th of July, everybody enjoy your holiday, be safe with whatever fireworks if you're lighting them off, and again, be considerate of neighbors and veterans and everybody else, and enjoy your holiday. That's all, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Bettis?
I just wanted to mention, we've got an election coming up on August 2nd, and if you are not registered, or if you're new to the area and you need to be registered in Garden City, you want to make sure you do that basically before the holiday. You have to be registered 30 days ahead of time. If you'd like to vote absentee, those applications are available both on our website and at City Hall. And please come and get those applications filled out so that when the ballots go out, we will have yours promptly ready. And happy birthday to Michelle Masty, who is having a significant birthday today.
You don't want to give the number?
Oh, I want to so bad.
20, correct?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Is that all you have?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I also want to say congratulations to Lieutenant Mike Tackett on your upcoming retirement, end of this week, and also to Lieutenant Gibbons on your promotion today. Best of luck to both of you. That's all I have. No further business. This meeting is adjourned.